Yo, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family? Back once more with another daily Casper live stream. Today's stream is a bit of a earlier time than I had done previously. I apologize for that, but I've got to be off and somewhere at 7 p.m. on the dot where I'm at, so exactly 1 hour's time. But that doesn't mean I can't still get along with doing my daily content for you all. We have some more updates regarding Casper in this stream. Of course, some big things all around for Casper as a whole. Casper has made history once again, which is a very, very big deal, and a testament, true testament to what Casper is as a proof of work project. And at least hopefully it stays this way, but currently the best case scenario I spoke about in my yesterday's stream, which was a very big stream, is that Casper manages to pass this key level of resistance here at 18.2 cents. And it pumped just short of 19 cents, but even though currently it's down 0.46% on daily time frame and did correct below that earlier, Casper for the most part right now is holding this level of support, which is a extremely big deal. A very big deal. Potentially the sign we need to say that Casper is now due for this leg up momentum. Casper's been, suppressed, if you will, and underneath the value of this level of here 18.2 cents since August 4th, I think it was August 4th. It's been down for a very long time, and Casper's finally, after 4 months, surpassed this level, and now for the most part, for the time being, it is holding above it, and hopefully it will continue this fashion. If we do that, then I think Casper is due for next leg up, surpassing all-time highs, and it will go absolutely crazy, because again we are seeing Casper suppressed for the last 4 months, but also for the past year it has been stagnant between the $3 billion to $5 billion market cap, which right now Casper's sitting at 4.63 billion, which is not too bad. But more importantly, once more, the volume is still high for Casper. Yesterday it peaked at 400 million, which is absolutely insane. Right now it's at 350 million, so it's still very high. And once more, why is the volume for Casper so high right now, peaking at actually 412 million? Seems to be that something going up for Casper. The volume being so high without there being any significant developments is a head scratcher, if you will. The only major announcement we know coming soon is that in 2 days' time, so on Tuesday, we will be seeing atomic swaps come for Casper, which is a very big deal. It's one key step towards the release and development of smart contracts. They're a necessity for Casper smart contracts. That's a big deal, but other than that, no listings confirmed. So why it's pumping again, we're trying to determine for ourselves. But either way, Casper seems to be due for a leg up. If the volume stays high, the KF confirmed, yes, that tier ones like Binance will probably jump on board if it stays that way. Of course, looking at it, Kraken's volume is going up more, which is good to see. Now just short of 3.5 million. Again, the percentage is still quite low, because again it's not got a stable coin pair, but either way still looking quite good, going higher and higher, which is a good thing to see. BitGet is at 30 million, Bybit's at 24 million, and again, if the tier ones mainly taking up majority of the volume, that would be a key catalyst to the tier ones like Binance to get involved as well. Of course, the likes of Gator Mexi are still dominating, 129 and 89 million apiece. But if you look at the holdings right now, just short of 550 million addresses, that's a very big deal. We're seeing more holders get more and more involved with Casper, and again we are seeing the big addresses like Gate still adding more and more, which is ridiculous. Mexi seems to be selling more, which is interesting, very interesting. But if we look at Gate, not that long ago, Gate was sitting at 140 million Casper. They sold a lot of it, and then in a span 3 days or so, we now have 765 million capital that Gate has now got. It's just been adding more and more to its balance sheet. So it's very interesting to see why they're doing so. Now becoming number one. Potentially they are gearing up for a big move, or one's causing a big move. Either way, I am very optimistic where Casper's going to go in the future. We can see the amount of addresses being added to Casper right now. It's growing more and more sharks. Pretty much green across the board. I believe that potentially by the end of the stream, or end of the day, we'll see Casper surpass the 550 addresses milestone, which would be absolutely huge for Casper. What's up, Gazzy, my man? Welcome back to stream. If you switched up, stay on that side. You know it. Let's go, Casper. You know it. Hit the like button. Yes, damn straight. If you enjoy, you should be doing these daily. Leave a like, share, trend, and subscribe for more. If we hold 18 cents, we're about to go crazy. I completely agree. I think if we hold 18 cents and stay above it, we'll see, I'm sure, corrective behavior. We go below it, like we did see earlier today, and maybe even during the stream as well. But if we could hold confidently above this zone here and start consolidating at this zone here, at this region, that'll be a key indicators that we're going to start seeing another leg up, moving up higher towards its all-time high again. Let's go, Kaspa. Let's go, Kaspa. Let's go, Kaspa. Let's go. Johnny Tucker Outdoors. Is the high Kaspa volume from new wallets? It's a good question. I can't attest to that per se. I think a lot of it probably is coming from the likes of Gate, because again, we've seen a lot more influx of Kaspa in the past, 4 or 5 days coming from Gate. So I imagine Gate's probably the main reason for that. The way to attest to the volume coming through is normally looking at, where it's coming from the exchanges. Right now, Gate's by far and away dominating it, and we're seeing add more and more. So I imagine it's probably Gate. But why the likes of Gate and why the likes of other exchanges are building up and increasing their volume of Kaspa more and more is again a head scratcher. Why they're doing it is a bit weird. If you look at the coin glass long short ratio from exchanges for Kaspa, we can see right now it's kind of more so onto the shorting side. The Kraken right now in the last I look at the last 5 minutes. We've seen mainly shorter from Kraken, nothing from DYDX, but Binance is up. Interesting. Bit gets up, Bybit is kind of, now it's just flipped, but for the most part in the immediate time frame, more imminent time frame of 5 minutes, the sentiment is more so to long Kaspa right now. 15 minutes, long Kaspa once more. 30 minutes, again still long Kaspa. Right now, from the positions on the exchanges, everyone seems to be wanting to long Kaspa, which is a very good deal. Apart from DYDX is kind of leaving it alone right now, but either way, long Kaspa seems to be the current trend, which is a very, very interesting fact to take into account. Welcome back up before, my man. Hope you're doing well today. Evening J, hope you're well. Tagged you in some bullish Kaspa spots on X. Not sure if you checked them out or not. I'm back to Discord right now. Okay, well, I will check that out right now then, because I have not seen that. I did see some notifications on my thing, but I hadn't had a chance to look through them just yet, but I'll look through it quickly on my thing. Yeah, perfect. I absolutely love having this. Again, you can reach out to me in my free Discord server to, just ask questions in there, reach out to me in the server, or even, if you want to send me a friend request and ask me there, that's fine as well, but reach out to me there and then send me source and I can try and look through them. Discord server's in the chat right now. Equally, you can send it to me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is right here, quick crypto over 1 and a 0 at the end of it, underscore in the middle. And you can send me stuff there as well. I'm more than happy for you to do that as well. But yeah, seeing what Kaspa Frog sent here, you got one here of Google Trends, which I do actually have loaded up as well. And also with this one, which I did get sent actually in my server earlier, so I load up real quickly. Yeah, I apologize for everything quite, I guess, a bit last minute, if you will. But yes, let me get this up now. Okay, put it over here. Yes, so we got that post here as well, which I think is, yes, very, very interesting. So basically, you got more companies now that are seemingly gearing up to mine. This is actually coinciding with the major milestone, if you will, that I was going to speak about in today's stream. So you now got this Canadian mining company who's switching its efforts for more adoption of Kaspa. Dynamite Blockchain announces strategic rebranding and provides corporate updates, announcing a new website, name, logo, and ticker symbol Kaspa to reflect its Kaspa-centered strategy. This is a very, very big deal. So now, and Canadian mining companies can start mining Kaspa. Dynamite Blockchain is investing in Kaspa mining as part of its proof-of-work-based mining strategy going into 2025. This coincides with the major milestone I was talking about, which we saw a new all-time high in hash rate of just short of 1.5 EH. We've been stagnant at 1.3 for about a month now. You can see if you look at the Kaspa2miners.com website, we saw a massive surge happening earlier today, where it jumped to 1.49, just sort of 1.5. It's come back down to its price once more, but either way, you're seeing more companies, big companies that, from Marathon to Ice River to other companies as well, that starting to actually provide more ways to mine Kaspa, start to get involved to mining Kaspa, which is a very, very big deal in my belief. Huge deal in my belief for what is to come for Kaspa in this cycle. Because keep in mind, this is a proof of work project. Why is that important? Because proof of work projects and hash rate are very important because it's a testament to how much adoption the project has. The hash rate is a semblance of the adoption of a project, also the increase in security. The higher the hash rate, the more secure a proof of work project is. So the higher this number is, the more secure Kaspa is as well. So the higher we see it, the more adoption we know it has, the more secure it is. It also means it's harder for miners to actually mine the blocks. So they need to see the money, the price of Kaspa will also rise, so they actually make profit of that. But that's also, once more, a belief why I think Kaspa is going to explode when it surpasses all-time high, because Kaspa last year was about 15 cents. So right now we're more or less the same price. We're up, about 30%? 23-30% right now, give or take, from its all-time high last year. The hash rate from 1 year ago was at 100. pH. And actually, that's not exactly, but more or less 100, less than 100 pH. This number 1.32 is 1,320 pH. So we have seen it jump 13 times in hash rate since its price has stayed pretty much the same. So the point being is when the price ends up breaking above its all-time high, all this suppression of money the miners should be making from Kaspa, the miner's going to end up making a hell of a lot more because it's going to start exploding more in value as a result of this surge in hash rate that the Kaspa didn't surge with it. At least my belief, I like to believe once more. But either way, it's looking very, very good for Kaspa right now. So yes, that is a very big deal, seeing the Canadian mining company start to mine Kaspa, which means now you've got Marathon and Dynamite here as well. Google Trends as well that Kaspa Fog did show me, which I did see. Google Trends for Kaspa is actually skyrocketing right now. So now the world's waking up to learn more about Kaspa, which is a very big deal. We saw it peak back in 2023, nearing its all-time highs from the looks of things. Or when it made that run to 15 cents from its all-time high here, that's when we saw it peak. And now it's starting to rally up again to similar sort of levels. And it's, at 18 cents right now. So we could see it potentially go much, much higher very, very shortly, which would be, again, a very, very big deal. And there's much more to cover Kaspa here. We can see from Kaspa Enthusiast, the weekly MACD of Kaspa is green again after months of just red. And typically when you see it go green, it kind of stays green for a little bit, going higher and higher. So again, the fact that it's finally green after months of red is also a testament to me, a sign to me that Kaspa will hopefully and likely hold this level of support now, not resistance, support now of 18.2 cents zone here, and start making a rally upwards to new all-time highs. And the explosion for Kaspa will hopefully be extremely parabolic, making history once again, the hash rate going higher and higher, which once more is a very crucial indicator for Kaspa and where it's going to go. And again, this is why I'm holding Kaspa. Again, atomic swaps will be another big deal for Kaspa, coming out in just 2 days' time. Bert here said that you'll be able to trade your Kaspa tokens to Bert's World with just 2% trading fee, which of course are going to be trading fees. They're going to make money somehow, especially their fair launch, but 2% is not too much in the grand scheme. Other exchanges sometimes charge a lot more. Some charge extremely cheap, some charge a lot more, but either way, 2% is not too bad. And 50% of all fees are given back to the Bert community. So if you're holding Bert, you're going to benefit from that as well. And also we have this other post here, which I have not looked too much into right now, and it seems to be kind of just floating around the Twitter space right now, but apparently there's a new website called Kaspa.com coming out. I don't know if Kaspa's behind this or not. I know that Christian Ludwig, who is one of the key members, if you will, in Kaspa community, one of the Kaspa miners, also his interest is being piqued as well. So I'm curious to see what it's going to be about. I'm going to keep my eyes open and make sure I keep everyone informed. Most likely to find out earliest will be in my Discord server. Check it out. But it seems we've got something very big coming from Kaspa very, very soon. So I'm intrigued to see what's going to come out from that as well. We have this long post here, or a bit of an explanation here from Shai, I'll get into in a moment, about once more why Kaspa is so innovative, why it's so big, talking about the DAG night, the Ghost DAG, all this sort of stuff. This is something, again, for those who, even those who know of Kaspa, those who are new, those who are not, why I hold Kaspa for what is going to come through in the future. Before I cover that, I want to cover some other Chaos 20 tokens real quickly. Of course, people asked me in my server earlier any updates regarding Tangem. We're still waiting for Tangem Chaos 20 support. Says December. At this point, I imagine it'll probably be later December. We did say 2 weeks right now. I think we're 1 week away from that supposed deadline. So it could be next week. Otherwise, ultimately, they seem to be very, very optimistic. They're going to start releasing it in December this month. We did see Captain Sats ask them as well, and they said they got some other developer. The devs are working on trying to make sure everything's really secure and streamlining, so it shouldn't take too long, we like to believe. But either way, right now we are just playing the waiting game, and I do believe, though, with the release of the support, Chaos 50 and Tangem, that will cause these tokens to start going parabolic. I'm currently on Kiro because I did see a post here about how Kiro, quote-unquote, rug begins. Of course, we know what Kiro is about. We know who's behind Kiro, who's the main pusher of Kiro. Kiro right now is down 20%, which, I'm not here to throw shade at any other token right now, although in response to the post here, we can see that there was a significant drop in price. Not, I wouldn't say rug, but a very big drop in price here. We saw a drop in price about 50% before them recovering, so seemingly a dump and then a pump back up again, but it's now been gradually, just gradually, coming down in price, if you will. I'm trying to think of the right terminology. It's not accumulate. It's not I can't remember. Apologies, but yeah. Either way, this is what Kyo's doing right now. But either way, look at Kas 20 right now. For the most part, seems to be doing quite well. Nacho is going up at 46 million now, when it was at 37 not too long ago, and that's because we're seeing the likes of Nacho just being very active right now. They were on Binance yesterday, which is a very big deal, and now they're going to be doing another AMA with Crypto, Axion, and Ashton, which is very, very cool, happening equally on the same day and release of KRC20 atomic swaps. Nacho want more proving itself as to be the most dominant and influential project in this space. And that's not to say that others aren't good as well. I like Kanga, I like Caspia, I like Kaspa, Goad, Bert, Conan, K-Rex, the other ones, but I do like them. But Nacho for me is still a winner, if you will. In terms of volume right now, the volume still very much seems to be with the likes of Kango. Nacho is still up there. Kango holders have been going up more and more, which is interesting, and also a good thing to me because it means getting more decentralized. And the higher this holders goes, the more belief I have in Kango for there being a less chance of a rug. But ultimately, still that Kango has got a high market cap, second highest, right behind Kango with much less holders. For me, it means there's still a good chance it could be rugged. And that's still a bit of a cause for concern in the community right now, especially after recent events. So I'm also just keeping my wits about myself, so to speak. But look, for example, even Cafe right now doing similar sort of things. Not many holders, but still quite high market cap. So there's always, you have whales in other parts. I know that Crypto Archie got onto Cafe quite recently as well. Casper Ghost here, multiple holders, only 8 million. So that's why I like Casper Ghost right now, because it's very decentralized, and I think they do a lot of big stuff in the space as well. But we can see the volume right now seems to be Kango and Nacho. Conan's still up there, which I'm happy to see, because Conan has been definitely the story behind Conan is meant to be I think it was a military dog that got recognition, if you will, from Trump. So I mean, she's got a history behind. So that's why also I've become more bullish on Conan after learning that. But yeah, a lot of these projects I think they do very, very well. You can see right now the volume is seemingly with them. Kira's volume is down massively from where it normally is at, so that's quite interesting to see as well. I haven't heard anything more about it, so I'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But either way, KRC20 is doing very, very well. We're seeing a lot more adoptions and announcements coming out of that, and with Tangent coming out soon, with KRC20 adoption, that will, in my belief, cause a lot of volume and price of the projects to probably start rising quite quickly, because again, the support is very much necessary. Now, in this post from Shy here, I think it's also once more a representative of what Casper is and why Casper in the cycles to come will become this ideology, the perfect ideology of crypto, if you will. This post from Chris Hutchinson talking about how there are so many eyes on Casper right now, which again is proven, but the trend's going up higher and higher, which I was very, very good to see. And this reflects the Casper value proportion much better than digital silver. We grew out that narrative a long time, because even people still say Casper digital silver, and while we like to say it because Bitcoin's digital gold, we have, for the most part, tried to stray away from that a little bit. Because silver is much less valuable than gold. But as silver is more so, I guess, was more used for trading. But, Casper, for the most part, is meant to just be a form of currency. An actual, what Bitcoin's meant to be. So, so from the trilemma was just the start. We're en route to becoming the most secure, performant, and, don't know how to say that word, I'm not going to try, permissionless smart contract platform in history. And I think they're doing that right now. Obviously, people are asking how you solve the trilemma, but the ultimate being is that the trilemma solving aspect is, it's been proven. Casper achieves the theoretical limit of both throughput and confirmation times. Throughput is only limited by the hardware. So right now, Casper can do the trilemma solving, but there's not enough technology, hardware, computers that can actually utilize Casper technology properly yet. That'll happen in the future, but it'll take some years. You've not developed that yet. Casper is developing software that actually exceeds the hardware right now. So the question asked here is it fair to say that in the current state that I thought this was Dagnite was what I intended to do? So can Casper solve the trilemma about Dagnite, basically? With Ghost Dag, I thought the limits were set in code, and with Dagnite, those hard code limits were no more. And it will scale with hardware and network latency. So it's a good question, and Shah responds to this, which again, stuff to, once more, I link this in my free Discord server, but it's very informative and important to note that this is what Casper's about and why it's so revolutionary. So in Ghost Dag and any other protocol other than Dagnite, you have to hardwire a network latency. But that doesn't mean it's only scale, only that it is only secure as long as the bound holds most of the time. So in Ghost Dag, the ban is used to choose the key parameters such as 95% of the time. It's a lot of technical stuff, right? I'm not going to try and read it word for word ultimately, but the way that I'm assuming, the way that I take this understanding of what he's saying here is that that with what the technology that Kaspa has already, it's already very influential, already very innovative, and it's already capable of, solving the trilemma. But there are some limitations behind it. Not many, but there are some. But with Dagnite, those limitations will effectively, for all intents and purposes, be completely removed. We got some game-changing stuff happening for Kaspa very, very soon. 10 BPS, 100 BPS potentially in the future. We've got smart contracts, absolutely insane. Dagnite is the end game for Kaspa. It is this holy grail for Kaspa that will make Kaspa, as Shais puts it here, the most performant, secure, permissionless smart contract platform in history. And it will be. And that is when you start seeing Kaspa start stealing a lot of liquidity from these other projects. When the developers been done, the foundation been set and laid out, the institutions will start jumping into space, more and more regulations coming into play. The KR will be a market maker for Kaspa, getting its name out there. You'll see the likes of Ethereum, which is not, it's expensive fees, it's not decentralized. XRP, potentially, while it is scalable and quick, is not decentralized as well. You may see that Kaspa ends up stealing liquidity from these other platforms. There'll be some institutions out there, some governments, I'm sure, that want a centralized entity. Argument being made is if something goes down, let's say, for whatever reason, you have Kaspa platform and XRP platform, for example, and they're both utilizing the banking sector, right? And there's an issue with the technology, the platform. If you have Kaspa behind it, who are you going to call to solve it? XRP behind it, you call Ripple to solve it. There's an argument to be made behind centralized entities. That's why I am not heavily against when there is a central entity backing it, because there is that argument to be made, which is a valid argument to be made. Think about it. If the banks go down, if Santander Bank or Bank of America or wherever you're at from, JP Morgan goes down, you call JP Morgan to solve it. Now, I'm not saying they're going to do it straight away. There'll be issues, of course, but you call them to solve it. If Kaspa goes down, you can try and contact some Belinsky and you could talk to the developers definitely, but there's no central entity behind Kaspa. It's decentralized. Bitcoin goes down, you don't call anyone to solve Bitcoin. Bitcoin just is there. So that's why, while Kaspa is going to be, in my belief, the most dominant chain, block DAG platform crypto in this space in the future to come, the way I see it as well is there won't be just one crypto to rule them all. There'll be probably more dominant one. Kaspa may be the more dominant one, but there won't be one to rule them all because there'll be a need to see other centralized entities who also have their own use case. But Kaspa has an inherent use case for what it's going to be, and the KR are going to help massively with that, with their strategic decisions, directions, collaboration, innovation, the adoption they're going to drive. They're a market maker for Kaspa, making Kaspa an integral part of the future energy sector, cross-border payments, and so on and so forth. Kaspa is in a unique position right now where it is only valued at 18 cents. It is very, very early. 18.2 cents. And it's an asset that should be going up much, much higher in value in hindsight, if you will. It should be. We'd like to believe it will be, because of what's going to be used in the future for what it's got. It's a project in development. All the other projects in this space, for the most part, all the other projects in this space are complete products. Or they have little fine-tuning to do here and there, but every project has a fine-tuning to do. No one's making anything really, really new per se. Kaspa's the only one that is still not even halfway complete. We still haven't got 10 BPS. Still got smart contracts. Both of which are coming very, very soon. Atomic swaps again in 2 days' time, being a key element to smart contracts. Not got Dagnite yet. Haven't got EVM roll-ups and zero-knowledge EVMs. We've got so much more to come that I haven't seen for Kaspa. That's why it's not even a half-complete project. And either way, it's still sitting in the top 40. Number 38 right now on CoinMarketCap. And it reached top 20 at one point. When you see the adoption coming through tier 1 exchanges and institutional adoption, Kaspa will rise in value. And I'm telling you now, institutions and Wall Street, they aren't dumb. They know of Kaspa. I mean, that's speculative in my belief, but I think that they know of Kaspa. The fact that Zodia's partner with Kaspa, the fact that Grayscale had a Kaspa under asset own cultivation, the fact that Marathon mines Kaspa, they do know of Kaspa. They are aware of Kaspa. The fact, which I'm going to bring up as well, once more information is in my free Discord, so I'm going to check it out for yourself. The fact that Jonathan Belinsky, the founder of Kaspa, has been quoted multiple times in institutional research papers. So Belinsky's right here. Bank of Italy, Bank of Canada, right here. Bank of Finland, Bank of Dallas Fed, the European Central Bank. European Central Bank as well did also have an issue with Bitcoin. I'm not sure that still stands right now. I'll see if I can find the post. But they had an issue with Bitcoin. European Bank Bitcoin. I'm trying to think who it was. But there was an issue with Bitcoin. They basically just said because Bitcoin's mining is not efficient. I mean, this is as good as anything here. This post here from the European Central Bank on their website. European Central Bank here. Bitcoin has failed on the promise to be a global decentralized digital currency. Instead of it being used for illicit transactions, they even with the ETF approval, they aren't bullish on Bitcoin. Of course, they'll probably be more bullish on Bitcoin right now, but because it's not scalable, because it's slow, because even trying to mine Bitcoin, it takes a hell of a lot of energy to do so. They're not bullish on Bitcoin in that regard. But Kaspa, but because it's similar to Kaspa as well, that's why you've seen this Wall Street start to diversify a little bit. Mouth have diversified to Kaspa. I'm not saying Kaspa's going to replace Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be here for a while. I think it'll be for it's like forever pretty much. But we are seeing European Central Bank doing a research paper talking about some Polinsky and quoting him, whilst also not being so. I mean, also Nakamoto as well. Bitcoin's creator. They are quoting both of those two, but where they seem to be very bullish on the likes of Kaspa, or more so now, they're still not the overly most bullish on Bitcoin. Of course, they want to make money off it, and they will do, but my whole point is that Kaspa is just an asset that is just way before its time. Way before its time. It's done this in its life cycle, which is absolutely insane. Currently up just short of 100,000%. And it's going to have another rally, I believe, very, very soon. Because not financial advice, but I believe it will do. And when it goes up higher and higher, there are people who'll be like... The way I see it is, we are currently in a cycle called the Great Wealth Transfer. That doesn't mean you have to make millions this cycle. If you do, fantastic. But you don't have to. It also means, in my belief, you can find the asset in this cycle before institutions get involved that could end up making you into that millionaire status. XRP, to an extent, was one of them. You could argue because XRP was at 50 cents for years and years and years, and now it's finally jumped to $2.60. And it's going to probably go up much higher. I think it could reach maybe $5 this cycle, and then in the future reach much higher as well, because it's going to be used for banks. That's also proven a little bit here. Nasdaq-listed company, Worksport, plans to buy XRP and Bitcoin for its corporate treasury. They're going to use XRP as a treasury, a reserve asset. Now, why would you do that unless you want to use it for payments, or either a store of value, or believe it's going to be a more stable asset and you use it for payments? I hold XRP for the fact that it seems to be a very big talked about token within institutions. I'm not confident that, I mean, again, chance of rug potential. It's a centralized asset. I don't trust them for that. But I do believe that institutions want to get hold of XRP. Hence why I got into it a while back. Even then, I wasn't that bullish on it. I had a very small... I got very small XRP. My bag is nothing to brag about at all. But I wouldn't be surprised you see this sort of stuff with Kaspa in the future as well. XRP is one that, you caught early. It could rise up higher, and you'd be fine with it. Kaspa, I think, is an even better asset for the same question. You find Kaspa before the cycle starts, which most of us did. So even now, Kaspa cycle's not probably started yet. It's not even surpassed 20 cents again yet. Once it surpasses that, I think Kaspa's going to go much, much higher. For me, Kaspa's asset should be reaching at least, not this cycle for me, $4 is my zones. 50 billion to $100 billion market cap. Higher would be fantastic. That's my zones. Anything in the future, I'm expecting Kaspa to reach, $10, $50, $100, and so on and so forth in the 10, 20 years to come. When you start seeing a lot of the money that's trapped in these Nostra Vostra accounts, because banks have to have a backing of money just in case something goes wrong. With crypto and blockchain, it will actually, because it's so quick, you'll actually be able to free up that trillions of dollars that's trapped in Nostra Vostra accounts that can flood into the market. There's so much money that can flood into crypto with regulatory clarity. That's why I remain very bullish on crypto and also Kaspa. The fact being right now that Kaspa is in a very unique position right now where it's undervalued and can go much higher, and we're seeing the adoption finally start to surge again with mining, with retail getting back involved, with Even TA suggesting it should get up higher very, very soon. New all-time highs being broken. Atomic swaps being smart contracts coming in just 2 days' time, which is going to also transform the Chaos 20 tokens as well. You know, there's a lot more coming. Potentially a new website, although again, I'm not sure what this is. I'm interested, but I have no idea what it is, so I have to look into it a little bit more and see where it's come from and who's behind it. You know, because again, there's always going to be people trying to take advantage in this space. You've got to be very, very careful and do your own research. And these tokens, the Chaos 20 is going to be another crucial part of that, going up higher. Again, with Tangent supporting it very, very soon. And its technology is second to none. Very, very innovative, and there's a lot more coming for Kaspa. I showed it in my stream yesterday that we seemingly got building speculation once more of Binance potentially gearing to list up Kaspa, which I do think is possible. I'd hope for the end of the year, but I can't attest to that. I'm more likely to say maybe early January. I want to say January. I believe Binance will list Kaspa. I want to believe it will do. The listings right now, the big exchanges, seem to be gearing up more and more. Mexi's selling again, which is, you know, interesting, but BitGet's putting up more. This one's meant to be KuCoins. We've seen weird transactions with KuCoin, and these ones here are meant to be allegedly Binance's. We have no confirmation of that, but that's KuCoin's one. We've seen them add very small numbers of Kaspa over the past, you know, that happened yesterday. A lot of that. We saw this one here. This other wallet is meant to be apparently Binance's here, which has been transacted quite big ones, but recently. This one here, apparently Binance's one, and we just saw, look, like 1 Kaspa transactions. Why? It's weird. That happened 3 days ago now. Why would a wallet that holds 245 million Kaspa only do 1 Kaspa transaction? And it's been holding this for over a year as well. Been holding this since April of 2023. Almost 2 years this wallet's been holding across Kaspa and done nothing with it. So again, that's peculiar. This one here added 1 mil. It sold a bit and added 1 mil on about 4 days ago, and they did a test 3 days ago. I say test. I don't know it's a test, but why would a big exchange only send and receive 1 Kaspa? Or why are they big wallets? We don't know it's exchange, but why are they big wallet only send 1 Kaspa? If it wasn't a test, it's not a small wallet. It's not a crab. It's a humpback. Adding 1 Kaspa, why would it do that? And even this wallet here, again, it sold off a little Kaspa recently, and then added 1 again. We do know that Binance has the Web3 wallet and Trust wallet, which both are Binance wallets for Kaspa right now. There's a good chance that some of these wallets are actually the Binance Web3 wallet and Trust wallet. I'd like to believe it's possible. So again, time will tell, of course. But for me, you know, remaining logical and not emotional is, I want to say that for Binance and Kaspa, it's an inevitability. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, 3 days, 5 days, next month. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. But for me, I think it's an inevitability. It will happen. Kaspa's making history time and time again. The adoption's growing more and more. And crypto's adoption is only going to go higher and higher with Trump coming into office in about 5 to 6 weeks' time. 20th of January. We're the 8th of December right now. We're not far off. Gary Gett will be leaving. Paul Atkins, the SEC chairman, will come involved, and he's also part of Securitize, who is partnered with Zodio, who's partnered with Kaspa. And we can see a big deal coming very soon as well. Microsoft could make history in 2 days' time as shareholders vote on whether to add Bitcoin to their balance sheets. And I believe they will. I don't see why they wouldn't. It'd be silly for them not to. Microsoft as well, or I think Microsoft is close to being flipped by Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, not close, but they're $3.25 trillion asset market cap. Bitcoin's now at 2. Bitcoin could potentially surpass 3.2 trillion this cycle. Potentially, if it reaches, if crypto's market cap reaches 7 trillion, it'd surpass it. If it reaches 6, even then it might surpass. Bitcoin, as we know, takes up over half the total market cap. Right now, just short of 2 trillion, so 1.9, but let's just say 2 to round it up. It's at 3.67, that's over half. So if crypto reaches 6 this cycle, which I think it will do, then Bitcoin will surpass Microsoft market cap. So this could potentially help Microsoft stay up. But either way, we're so very early with crypto right now. And Kaspa seems to be running right now. Let's have a look at Ethereum right now to kind of get an idea. Ethereum right now is kind of miniature correction. It's kind of consolidating right now near its all-time highs. Which again, if Ethereum surpasses this level here, that will be a indicator of sort of altcoin season right now. Crypto seems to be, for the most part, kind of just in a bit of a downtrend today. Kaspa is down right now 1.29%, which I'm not concerned about. I'm not. Ultimately, right now, the fact that Kas has broken above this level for the first time in 4 months is a key factor to me that we're going to see a rally soon. I'm not saying we're going to see all-time highs necessarily next week, but I'm saying that because Kas has been suppressed and down in value for 4 months. This was the last time we saw it was here before it crashed. You saw it literally rally from the 24th of August. In a week, 24th of August, it went to all-time highs. Then we saw a crypto crash. And Kas has not been up here since. The fact it's gone here again for me is a sign that we're going to start seeing a rally of sorts coming very, very soon. And even the Bitcoin dominance, I think, is still, technically speaking, in can't spell Bitcoin. Technically speaking, in the area of even though it's green today, it's still under the trend line. Which my trend line's not the be all and end all, but it's a bit of a more of an indicator to suggest that we are kind of in altcoin season right now. That's how I want to. That's how I want to determine it. We're kind of in altcoin season to an extent right now. I think Bitcoin is pretty due for a rally. I mean, the Ripple CEO Brad Garninghouse said that he believes crypto will reach 5 trillion by the end of the year. We saw 1 trillion in November coming to the market. Seeing 1.3 trillion added from here is not impossible. It's quite unlikely. Bitcoin had to reach $225, I think, at least, but it's not impossible. That could be a big factor. And also, speaking of which, Ripple CEO Brad Garninghouse is going to be having an interview today. He's going to be taking part on 60 Minutes. It's coming out about 7 p.m. EST, so that's midnight where I'm at, UTC. But he's going to be talking about a lot of very, very major things. That post I saw on Twitter got over 3.8 million views. It's going to be a huge interview. And it's going to be exposing the SEC, asking for the release of the Hinman emails, basically just trying to bring a level of clarity and understanding to crypto. And despite it's big for XRP in particular, giving them the spotlight, is a big thing for crypto in general. Because once more, remember, those who do remember, Wolfie, who is Kaspa's head of listing, if you will, Wolfie confirmed that he has been speaking to exchanges all around. That's his job, pretty much, or one of his jobs. And he confirmed that there are exchanges who know of Kaspa, who want to list Kaspa, but they don't want to do it because the SEC. They're scared of the SEC getting lawsuits. So the understanding that I have is potentially you'll see a lot of exchanges who have been standoffish or even a bit hesitant in listing any project, not just Kaspa, will start very quickly listing projects with new regulatory frameworks coming in. 20th of January could be that so-called flip the switch moment. You'll see a lot of people flood into the space because you'll see a lot more adoption through institutions. You'll also see potentially the green light from institutions to get more ETFs launching and see more trillions flood into the space very, very quickly. Again, of course, time will tell, not financial advice. But ultimately, the point being is, while Bitcoin and crypto seem to be a bit stagnant right now, if you will, apart from Kaspa doing well, but where it may seem a little bit stagnant, you're like, okay, maybe it's time for a correction. While I do believe a correction with Bitcoin is possible, because we have seen, for over a month now, we've seen 50% gain, which, it rising from 68k to 100k, in 104k peaking. That's a lot. For Bitcoin in general, that's a lot. 40k is a lot. Or 30k is a lot. I think we are potentially due for a pullback of sorts. I'm not sure how severe it will be. I'm not sure how long it will be. The zones right now for Bitcoin seem to be here, there. I mean, there's zones quite frequently, but the more, I guess, crucial zones I'll probably put here as well, and then one down here. So these are my zones right now I see Bitcoin, where I would see it potentially correct towards. If you do see a correction, now that we've got the FOMC meeting, we got the Fed job data that came out 2 days ago, that confirmed or heavily suggested we're going to start seeing another 25 basis point rate cut. I think Bitcoin's correction will be minimal. I suspect worst case will come down to 92k again, or absolute worst case 87k, but I think 92k maybe, just around here, nothing too crazy. If we get no rate cuts, it could be a lot more severe, maybe down to 85k or 80k. But I think we are due to see maybe a bit of a quiet thing, a bit of consolidation, if you will, a bit of a quiet period for the next week or so, as the FOMC meeting's in just 10 days' time now, and then leading to the end of it, we'll then start seeing the 25 basis point rate cut, hopefully, and that will then be the catalyst, if you will, to see, more economy has been eased on the economy, so there'll be more money freed up to then flood into crypto again. That's at least my belief. Do your own research, of course, but we're seeing once more other indicators suggesting that we are going to see higher highs for crypto in this cycle. Bitcoin in particular, but crypto in this cycle. This CBBI, I've showed in the past, the Bitcoin Bull Run Index, showcased 9 metrics, which still suggest that we're only at 81. I would like to believe we're similar levels to where we saw in the last cycle in December, where we saw it get a little bit heated around here, so early January. We then saw it, we saw 3 months from January to March, we saw it rally to its first peak of 64k. When it got overheated, then it came back down, and then we saw a double top to 69k. I'm not saying we'll see a double. Again, I'm not saying we'll see a double top. I'm not saying we'll see the peak being March. I can't attest to it. This is historical data, of course, which supports that fact. But at the end of the day, institutions are here, and they may decide something different. With Trump coming to office, that may say the market goes much higher. It's really hard to say. The market's not the same as the last one, so it's completely different. It's going to be a completely new market. So, conservatively speaking, I'm aiming for March, April time to be a potential top. But it may just mean I take a bit more heavy of my assets out around that time in the anticipation for it. But either way, I still suspect we'll see potentially a double top or maybe a later top in the summer because of institutions being here and wanting to maybe send crypto high. And also with Kaspa for what it is, I think Kaspa will go higher anyways, because it's going to have 10 BPS coming out, smart contracts coming out, tier 1s coming out, KRI listing projects, and so on and so forth. All the stuff that Kaspa proven to do very well in a bear cycle. When everything else was going down, it was coming up here. So all that sort of stuff it did, and then having a whole year just cool off, but all that stuff it did in a bear cycle. I think Kaspa, even if the market starts correcting, will either stem the bleeding quite a lot or even start its own miniature pump on the back of smart contracts. Because while smart contracts are coming out, you won't see anything major coming out in a sense, because developers got to build on top of Kaspa with smart contracts. I'm sure people know of Kaspa already, and that's proven the Google trends once more. There's going to be an increased belief in that, but also the KRI confirmed that they have projects already that have been building for a decade almost that are ready. They just need Kaspa and smart contracts to come online. So you'll see a lot of projects with Kaspa launch immediately with smart contracts. So yeah, ultimately you'll see a lot of quick adoption that could also lead to increased price. And also smart contracts will transform these KS20 tokens to migrate to smart contracts as well, making these a lot more valuable as well. It's a real game changer for Kaspa. And also, I believe, will add to another intrinsic value to Kaspa as well. As Shai says here, become the most secure, performant, and permissionless smart contract platform in history, and it will be. And institutions are going to take. There are going to be some institutions that take a massive value and pride in that and want to use that for that element. Being decentralized is a very, very big deal. So of course, time will tell. We'll have to just wait and see. Let's go. Your daily updates are so interesting. Keep it up. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it a lot for everyone who being here. Whether I, bring you new massive breaking news or just news in general. I mean, everyone being here every day. You're learning more as much as I'm learning more. So shout out to all of you being here every day. Shout out to all of you indeed. Because it goes through. Hi, Jay and chat. What's up, my man? Give me the Kaspa FOMO, Jay. You know it. Looking very good. Kelsey 20. Tangent coming seemingly this month, or hopefully this month. Very, very soon, we like to believe. Nacho again. After Binance AMA that happened a day or two ago, we've now got, another AMA happening soon, which is very, very cool. We're seeing new all-time high hash rate, breaking milestones once more. We're seeing the atomic swaps coming in a few days' time. Google trends going up high, and all the stuff showcasing Kaspa's adoption is really, really growing again. After 4 months of being down, it's going to really start growing very, very soon, which is, very cool. Very, very cool. What's up, Vaz? Welcome to stream, man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Diagonite is the end game, no doubt about it. There are multiple end games for Kaspa. 10 BPS will be an end game. Smart contract will be an end game. 100 BPS will be an end game, but Diagonite is the end game. It's going to be the end game, and then everything else that Kaspa's got. By that point, Kaspa will be borderline a finished product. There'll be some, I'm sure, some final tweaks here and there. As every project has their own little, additions they can do, but it'll be more or less a finished product by that point with Diagonite, and then everything will be built on Kaspa and making it that much better. Kaspa's going to dip to 15, 16 cents or buy now. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not, so do your own research. For me, it's tough to say. It's tough to say. Kaspa's volume right now is up quite high. It's finally surpassed this level of support, resistance and support. Right now it is down a little below it, but it's hard to really determine where the market's going to go, because once more, it depends on Bitcoin. Even though Kaspa doesn't really follow Bitcoin religiously, it still does to an extent. Every project does to an extent. Even XRP right now, you know, if watch is up right now, it's to an extent still kind of following Bitcoin. So it's really hard to determine where Kaspa's going to go from here. I mean, ultimately, anything is possible. I would be surprised if we go back down as far as 15 cents. I don't think Kaspa will turn back down here again. If we see a Kaspa correction, I suspect it'll be maybe around here. Well, likely around here. Because if you see it come down a bit, I suspect it'll be around here. I don't think it'll come back down here again. But it depends on the Bitcoin correct. Because again, as I said, Bitcoin has been pumping for such a long time that I do believe we're due for a call-off period, some form of corrections. But because the FOMC meeting is still hinted towards 25 basis point rate cut, so more money should flow into crypto, I don't think it'll be too severe. But Bitcoin can hold this level and the Bitcoin dominance falls off more and more, that'll also be a good thing for Kaspa to start rallying again. So again, time will tell. Atomic clocks might be a big thing, causing more price action. We'll have to wait and see. If we don't hit 25 cents by the end of the year, we may struggle to hit $3 based on Kaspa's attention and potential attraction, but can see us reaching those levels. It's not a bad theory, Curiosity. I don't think it's a... I think... while I do agree with the sentiment, I also want... I don't know what's happening there. Okay. My drive was to update whilst I'm doing my stream. That's fantastic. No. Sorry about that. Should really turn that off. But yes, while Kaspa not reaching 35 cents by the end of the year may, or 25 cents by the end of the year may cause a struggle in that regard, I do agree with the sentiment. Again, we have seen how quickly the space can jump. I mean, again, we saw 1 trillion flow into crypto last month. That's a massive sum of money. Not all of that came into Kaspa, but if Kaspa starts getting the Binance listing, the Coinbase listings, and the adoption and the development, we can see a lot of that money flip into Kaspa or cycle from Bitcoin. Think about it as well. The way the market always works is you'll have, of course, institutions being here will be a different factor to take into account, but the cycle always works. If retail comes in, people want into Bitcoin, Bitcoin will reach a peak of sorts, and then when the dominance falls off, people will cycle their money out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. A lot of Bitcoin maxis don't like anything else besides Bitcoin. They're stubborn on it, which is fine. They like the decentralized aspect. They like what what crypto is meant to be, in a sense. Decentralized for everyone. Not controlled by anybody. A lot of Bitcoin maxis are bullish on Kaspa because it inherently has the same values of Bitcoin. My point being is, when the Bitcoin dominance falls off and the money struggles out of Bitcoin to altcoins, I believe personally, not financial advice, that a lot of that money, or a decent portion of that money at least, will cycle predominantly into Kaspa because it's still decentralized and like Bitcoin. Of course, some will cycle to other assets. I mean, again, institutions being here, that will be a factor. You'll see right now this market's being driven by institutions. They're the reason why Bitcoin's got up as high as it has done so quickly. XRP again is running right now because of institutions. I mean, big whales come back in as well, but I think institutions are starting to get involved more so. You'll see ETFs coming in for all the assets very, very soon. I think ETF for Kaspa will be a big deal if they do happen to cycle, which I think it should do. I hope it will do, just for the value. I mean, again, I like the centralized aspect of Kaspa, so I'm not the most optimistic on having an ETF for Kaspa, but at the same time, for the value rising higher and us getting in early, I would be against it. But of course, time will tell. Charles Hopkins mentioned Kaspa by name in an interview. Did he now? That's interesting. I've not heard that interview. Can you please, LB Crypto, if you're in my free Discord server, link in chat and home screen and description. If you are up on my Discord server, can you link that to us all in there, please? Because I'd love to hear that. I know that there has been videos from Captain Sats where he has showcased this one here. I believe that Charles Hopkinson here, that Cardano founder, where he's talking about the Kaspa Spectre and also the Spectre and Phantom protocol, I believe, as well. He's speaking about them here. So I do know there are interviews in the past where Charles Hopkinson has spoke about the protocols of Kaspa, but I didn't know he actually mentioned them by name, which is interesting. So yeah, please link me that if you can find it, my man. I'd be very interested. I'm going to put another 5k euro into Kaspa when it arrives in my wallet. If it goes to $4 like you said, we're all party. I mean, I believe it's a possibility. Again, I'm not saying it will happen. For me, bearish is $2. I think you can see that in the space. And I'd like to believe $4 is still possible. $100 billion market cap. I don't think it's unachievable. I think Kaspa can still reach top 10 this cycle. It might be late, but I think it will reach it at some point as the cycle's dying off at the end of the cycle, based on the fact that it's just going to be so innovative. And the bigger major announcements are still to come for Kaspa, which would be a very, very big deal. I hope Binance will list as soon as possible. So do I. I really do. Because I think it's in due time, right? I think it's bound to happen, right? Especially if the volume's staying high. KF confirmed that's a very, very big deal. A big key catalyst for tier 1s to list Kaspa. So if it stays that high and we're seeing most volume coming through these top 3, obviously it's mainly coming through Gate and MEXC, but if these top 3 can start attaining more volume, that could be a key catalyst for that as well. It can also be possible that it also is possible that some of these wallets that only got 1 or 0.1 or 0.09, they'll just send it. It's possible. So that's why I'm saying it kind of test. The word test is test, quote unquote. But it's convenient how all of these wallets that got sent 1 Kaspa. That was on the 5th. That was on the 5th of December. So 3 days ago. That wallet here. Let's look at this wallet down here. Same day. 8:30 p.m. as well. It's 8:30 p.m. on that day. So this third wallet here. About 8:30 again. Same day. This wallet here. So all the wallets within a few minutes of each other all sent exactly 1 Kaspa. Again, the 3 points that I believe in the space is don't be emotional, be logical. So do your own research. Don't just go with the. And also, but it's a bit of a tangent. It's a bit of a weird one. I say don't be emotionally logical, but logically speaking, you've got to understand that emotions do drive markets. So you've got to be able to have the logical thinking to not react too emotionally, but also understand how people act emotionally. Like, for example, people right now were flooding Kaspa, saying it's terrible for all this time down here. Me, logically thinking, I'm like, well, Kaspa being what Bitcoin is meant to be and being a proof of work is going to come back up again. All markets correct all crypto correct in price. We think Kaspa corrected 70% in the past. It only came down 50% this time around. So, logically speaking, Kaspa's probably going to come down lower because people are flooding it a lot right now. But will it die? I don't think so. And right now it's coming back. So, but that's an element. Don't be emotionally logical. Also follow the money. If the money right now is pumping to Kaspa, right now it is. There could be a big thing that something's coming very, very soon. And also, it's coincidences. I made a post on it yesterday, which again it's a speculative post. Because it's not confirmation. It came on the back of this post here from Bitcoin LFG saying Binance list a token in 60 hours. Let's get the ticker. I don't think this account has any insider information. I don't think he knows Binance listing very, very soon. It's purely speculation. But my post I made yesterday was just, okay, hear me out, right? 60 days. So that's, Monday-ish, Tuesday time, right? Apparently a Binance listing. Maybe. Speculative, but maybe it's Kaspa. Because think of the coincidences once more. Kaspa will have atomic source releasing in a similar time frame, very, very soon, 10th of December. A lot of exchanges right now, we saw yesterday in particular, were buying a hell of a lot more Kaspa. They're buying a hell of a lot more Kaspa. Not to mention that multiple wallets, top wallets, as I showcased just now, they had a very small number all on the same day, just sending a very small 1 Kaspa tweet. Well, why? Conveniently, just 2 days after Kaspa did their testnet 11 10 BPS hard fork, which was successful. Why? For me, again, on the coincidence. Also, you had the likes of, they had a Kaspa finance after 4 months, finance surpassed 18 cents. After rallying, the volume surpassed 400 million for the first time. And 400 million, which has never ever happened, unless there's been a major announcement regarding, a crash for Kaspa or the Kraken listing. That's the only time we saw Kaspa surpass 400 million. And KF confirmed that the key to consider listing on a primary exchange is TVL or trading volume, which the higher the volume, the better it is. Kaspa already has many connections to Binance. We already know through the Trust wallet, through the interviews, Binance AMA with Natra happened as well earlier today. All these sort of stuff that I think is a very, very big deal. And again, I do believe that coincidences, while they can be coincidences, sometimes there are too many connections for it to just be more than a coincidence. It's actually a sign of what's to come. That's for what I understand for being in the market quite some time. Sometimes that's why the traders believe in buy the rumor, sell the news. There's too many coincidences to suggest that Kaspa Binance is, imminent. That's the massive rumor happening right now, and there's a lot of connections to that. once it happens, sell the news. But that's, again, as a trader, you understand by the rumor, sell the news. That's why I believe that Binance should be happening, hopefully, in due time. But again, not financial advice, that's my personal belief. Let's go, Kaspa. What about Zar? If you do well, my man. Kaspa gang, let's go. You know it. Great to see everyone. Happy holidays. Hello, Chris. Chris, hope you do well, my man. We haven't had a bloody week in a long time. I'm hoping we don't. But I don't study charts, just a pattern, and it seems that it's due. I mean, we haven't had a bloody week in a long time. That's true. But as seemingly shown from Kaspa videos here, like we're finally in a green MACD for the first time in a very, very long time. So it could be a semblance of, now going to start seeing more green for a bit of time now before we see it go red again. So I think we are probably start to do another Kaspa breakout soon. I want to say for the end of the year, but come to the end of the year, or maybe into January. But I think in the next month or two, we'll see Kaspa go on a parabolic rally. If we get regulations coming through, I think with Trump coming to office, that could be a very, very big deal. Bro, I already have a big bag, but you made huge profits with other ventures. Do you think we'll see a pullback again or go straight up? Because I'm looking to add another 100k Kaspa. Well, again, Jojo, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research and trade at your own discretion. I have to take that for the legal reasons. But I mean, personally, anything is possible. It does depend on Bitcoin ultimately. We want to take into account that the atomic swaps are coming out in 2 days' time. It could be a big hill potentially. Also, the FOMC meeting in 10 days' time will likely be more rate cuts. That could be another big catalyst. So I think if we do see a correction or a pullback, for me, it'll probably be in and around here. Like not worst case, but I think it'll likely be around here. Worst case will be down here again, but I don't think it'll come back. I don't think it'll come here again. It'll be probably around here. But I'm more so on that. That's for me. I'm also on the side of we're going to more likely see it start making a consolidation phase probably around here, or like around here, and then start making a move up. It depends how much Trump wants to stimulate the economy. I mean, yeah, that's also true as well. We might likely see a pump in December, Jan, a big one. Nobody knows if it will dump DCA or go or the way it will go. I mean, yeah, ultimately another thing that Bingo Bango, my man, normally says is that time in the market is better than trying to time the market. I know you already got a capital back, so you don't need to get more if you don't need to, but sometimes, again, it's understanding that there seems to be a lot of FOMO around capital right now after a long time of suppression. It seems to be picking up pace again, which is, about time, if you will. So if you're trying to time it, it would be difficult. You already got a bag, so you're probably fine, but trying to time it, it'll be difficult, Capital broke value area high, very bullish. I mean, that's great to hear as well. Yeah, Kaspa doing very, very well right now. Don't know what will come out 2026. Will be interesting to see how it perform. That's why I don't think Kaspa won't correct too much from all-time high. I mean, yeah, a lot of big developments for Kaspa are happening later in this cycle, 2025. Some are coming out after that as well. But with where Kaspa's going to go in the future, I think Kaspa, I mean, all projects will see corrections, of course, and be FUD coming back, I'm sure. But I think Kaspa's currently in the immediate time frame, its corrective behavior won't be too much. Again, if you see something bad happen, touch wood, potentially we see it come down heavy and crypto come down heavy, but I'm more on the side of we're going to hopefully see higher highs. Although, again, Bitcoin is overheated right now, I think, and that's proven in this fund. That's another metric I could showcase with this. I mean, this showcase we can still go higher, but also a metric I can show here is the funding heat map. Go to a 1 year and slide it down to 100. You can see right now it's getting overheated, which happened here as well. So hopefully we're going to see a cool-off period. Well, potentially a cool-off period come quite soon. I mean, yeah, we're going to probably see more. Yeah, I agree. We're probably going to see more likely a pump happening in Jan than December. I think we'll see Kaspa start to rally to all-time highs this month. I'd like to believe and hope after the FOMC meeting as well. And then come January, with Trump coming into office, that'll be Gallagher leaving, and that'll be a massive catalyst for crypto. You'll see assets like Bitcoin rise, definitely XRP will rise higher as Gallagher's about to leave as well. No doubt about it. Wouldn't jump into memes with the added risk of QC invested into it. I'm very baffled. I'm not invested into any Chaos 20 memes right now. I know you're joking, so it's calm. I know you're joking. I see the laughing emoji. It's calm, but yeah, I mean, right now memes are it's its own inherent risk to be very careful with memes. I'm not in any Chaos 20 tokens right now. I've got some Solana memes. I made some money through them. But yeah, I mean, memes is its own thing. You have to wait to make quick profit. I've made quite a bit through Solana memes so far. And you know, if I was to get into Chaos 20 memes, I think that's also why I'm not getting into. If I was to get into these memes, I'd probably hold them for the cycle or for the majority of the cycle before getting out of them. Solana memes I don't care about. I'll pump and dump them. Not that I actively can, because I don't have enough to actually pump and dump them. But I'll get into them, make a 2x, and just take it all out. Like, I don't care. I'll make a quick profit. And I've done that quite a lot in the last like month or two. I've been started trading them. So that's the way I've been making that money and putting more into Kaspa as a result of it. What's up, DD? How you doing, well, my man? More than April, May at latest. That's my opinion. I mean, yeah, we could see that. It's very, very, very possible. Again, time will tell. What's up, Quick? Just wondering, what do you think about Warp Core being ARTA 2022 compliant, and do you think it will have a positive effect on Kaspa? I do. ARTA 2022 is a very, very big deal for the financial industry and where it's going to go. Stablecoins are a very, very big thing for crypto and also connected to the financial industry. So it being compliant with ARTA 2022 is a very, very big thing, and it will have a massive effect on Kaspa. I don't think it will be. I'll even show. I've got to wrap up very soon now, so I'll have to showcase sources that I have on it in tomorrow's stream if you want to see it, Eddie. Or even I'll put it out on my Discord server again. Go check it out. I'll link it later today. But yeah, ARTA 2022 will be a very, very, very big thing for crypto. That's why XRP and assets like XRP, like 8bar, are pumping, because they're compliant with ARTA 2022. So Warp Core being compliant with that with Kaspa will be a very big deal. Do you think Binance will have for sure more trading volume than other ones listing Kaspa? I mean, yes, 100%. Yeah, but the reason why Kraken was bad is because Kraken is not got USDT, it's just USD. But Binance is the biggest exchange by a mile, by a comfortable margin. The next one closest, like these ones here, but like, where's Upbits after Binance, and next is Gate. Gate's got a lot of Kaspa. Gate's the main dominant. That's 5 billion to 25. That's 5x in Binance compared to Gate, the next closest. So yeah, I think Binance will definitely have the largest. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I say? Just listen here. You know what I'm about to say? About to cook indeed. Lost 10k meme trading last week on Bilex. Sorry to hear that, my man. I have lost my fair share on Bilex as well. Also made a lot, so I'm happy about that. So ultimately I'm up, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, I've lost my fair share in them, and it sucks. It does. Pump Fund banned in UK. What are your thoughts on the situation? It sucks. It does, but ultimately, you know, it was bound to happen after that whole stream situation. I didn't use Pump Fund too much. I mainly stayed to the Dex screener and Phantom Wallet, so I wasn't too bothered by that. Pump Fund's a massive. If Dex screener is gambling with like, if Soul meme training is like gambling with whilst being like drunk, but also knowing what's going to happen, like kind of understanding the market a bit. Pump Fund is literally like you're going in with a blindfold. Like it's nothing. It's ridiculous. So I mean, yeah, it sucks for the meme trading aspect of things, but I'm not too bothered personally. But that being said, thank you all for watching once more. It has been a very successful stream. I say once again, thank you all for watching. If you're on the stream again, leave a like, share, and subscribe for more. I'll be back tomorrow, probably about my normal time, which is 8 PM UTC. Again, I'll link that in my Discord server. Go check it out if you want to go and see. All information here will be linked there once more. And yeah, 2 days time we'll see Atomic Spots coming out, being very big for Kaspa. Hopefully see a Binance listing very, very soon.